Hi guys. I thought I'd share with you a very basic, simple chest tie that needs 1 or 2 knots that you can even tie on yourself. And I'm gonna demonstrate on myself because that's who I have handy. And when you are tying on yourself, there is a little bit more need for flexibility. Tying on someone else, of course, you can move them around or you move around them, and you just need to be a little bit more aware of possible feedback needs of things being too tight or things causing friction burns, being too hot. But other than that, have fun, enjoy, and remember, safe play, because we want to play for a long time. Now, this tie doesn't really need an exit strategy. You just untie it. It's not restrictive in any way. You can make it restrictive, and then you consider exit strategies for this. But this is just a basic chest harness. It's going to have 2 cross ties, 1 across the shoulders. Even more basic is just doing a single cross tie and then across the shoulders. But we're going to do a double one today. So have the middle of your rope. We're using a double looped rope. So our ends are on this side. Just going to shake it out so that it's nice and neat, so we don't have any tangles in our rope. Now I'm bringing this across my chest at the height I want, and then I'm just pulling the 2 tails through the center loop like this. And then I'm going to adjust gently the tightness across the chest. Now this one you can start high up on the chest, or you can go low up just under the edge of the rib cage. You can start here. And now we're simply going to take a rope. I like going to the top first. Go underneath. I'll go a little closer. Underneath here. Through the middle. And then we are pulling the rope through. Long tails, of course, mean long pull-throughs. And that's basically just an overhand knot that you're then pulling tight. If you want to make this tighter, you can loosen this up again by just pushing through and pulling on this loop section here. So you can tighten here. So you tighten this rope here, hold the loop, and then you just pull any extra through, following the knot, and then tightening it. Now it automatically wants to go up. This is why I did the loop on the top side first, underneath, and then through. If I did the loop on the bottom side, it would have wanted to go more down. I mean, you can still pull it down. It's just going to give you a little different look. But I like this kind of look where it's across and coming up and through. And then from here, this is the only tricky bit for this part, especially if you're tying it yourself, because now I have to loop around me and then basically adjust it, go under the arm, bring it across here, and I'm still holding this so that I get a nice straight line up the center. And then I'm going to go underneath again and pull this rope through. And then I'm going to pull up and create some tension on this rope. And then, as you can see, this is actually just around the back through here. Now there's different options from here. I can make another knot like this just to tighten everything in place, or I can leave it loose, go to the next section, put a half bite, which is just a loop across itself on the back and bring it back over and then tie it off. It really depends on how much rope you have and what you want to do. So I could, same again, create that loop. And I probably want to go underneath here, just under the standing end, pull my rope through, and then here I'm basically creating just a knot in this rope, catching this one in the loop here. Okay, a little bit of a close-up. So it's a very simple knot. If you can tie your shoes, you can tie this knot. Okay, and then this is secured. So this loop is secured. This loop is somewhat secured. Tighten it. Okay, and then I have a lot of rope left here. This is a longer piece of rope. It's around 8 meters. So I have lots of extra to continue tying. Or if you have a shorter rope, this could be it. This could be a nice little harness, you know, a little decorative, and you could go from there. Or if you want to continue, I'm going to take this over the shoulder and I'm going to take it around the back. Now when you're tying this yourself, this obviously requires a bit of flexibility, but if you're tying it on somebody else, it isn't as bad. Now this one is the trickier one, coming back up, going underneath, and then to bring it all the way up, I'm actually grabbing the end, pulling it loosely on the shoulder, and bringing it up across. So I can bring it back to the front to my starting point for that knot. And this, I can just bring it under. Probably I would tie it off right here. Just with a half hitch. And then I would have to decide what I want to do with the rest of this rope. I could even just tuck it in to the side here, around the back. Leave it dangling if I wanted to. Your imagination is the limit, honestly. And then if you want to make it look pretty, you're thinking, okay, I can't do any fancy knots. Symmetry is your key. So see here, this is twisted right there. This is straight, lying beside each other. So I could go with either version and make it look pretty. But I need to do the same thing on both sides so that it will match. And then I want the lines to lie the same. Same here. If I want to move this across a little bit, right? I can bring this down. Double this up. Make sure everything is lying nicely parallel or twisted if that's what you're going for in the look, and just making it look pretty, look nice. And that's a very basic chest harness. If you want to go further with something like this, you can, go across the arms, just under the armpits, and then pinch together around here for a more restrictive harness. You can tie those yourself as well, but you do need practice and some flexibilities. I will share with that in another video for those of you who are self-tiers or want to be self-tiers. But for those who want to practice on others, this is a lovely little tie. Very basic. You can adjust this in the back however you want to. You can loop around the top one, then go to the bottom. Different options. Like I said, your imagination is the key. And then untying it, you just go backwards to what you did and untie your rope and then clean it up as you go along. Alright guys, I will see you later in another video and hope you enjoy and play safe. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.